Treehouse Recovery is an all-men's drug and alcohol treatment program. We are located in Southern California. Probably the best thing for me to tell you about in terms of what we do here, it has to do with the way that we treat the social aspects of addiction. We have something that's really amazing that was developed here at Treehouse, and it's called action-based induction therapy. We're reconditioning the prefrontal cortex by asking it to engage in functionality that ultimately leads to a healthier, stronger, more capable social connector. We put guys on teams, and we have them work interdependently in an environment that promotes stronger social connection. The US Navy SEAL teams, by far arguably the most connected, the strongest and the most capable teams. And so we consulted with some former SEALs, and we put together a program that actually utilizes the training methods from the SEALs as well as the assessment tools for team behavior. And we incorporated that into the development of the modality, and then now we actually use one of their training methods as a way to promote this kind of connection. And we call that surf passage, where they're all working together. There's 7 guys on a raft, and they have to work cohesively to be able to get out through the surf, and they turn it around and they surf the boat in, in order for it to work, they all have to be communicating and connecting. Some of the most powerful moments that we see in treatment happen on the beach with these guys because they are realizing for the first time that they have this deep connection with somebody else, and that ultimately equates to long-term connections that we're seeing that go on well after treatment.
Part of what we want to do is we want to get that part of their brain working again, and it's almost impossible to do it by yourself. But they'll get on a boat in the ocean and then get tossed and turned for a while. Then you'll see them catch that one wave, and you'll see the biggest smiles, and the first thing they do is look for someone else to share that moment with, or they're experiencing true joy over a success, but they look for someone else to share it with.
They're learning communication in a level that a lot of people never even get a chance to explore. You know, they're learning how to give direction. They're learning how to take direction. They're learning about what sort of a leader they are. They're learning about what they bring to a team, right? And they also learn what they get from a team. And these are very powerful things because that information is downloaded to them in such a way that by the time they leave treatment and they go out into the real world, they crave that team environment, right? So we're helping guys to actually get into a space where they know they are good at being a social animal, and they're searching out ways to continue to be a social animal, and they're trying their best to connect with other people, and ultimately staying connected reinforces the parts of the brain that are responsible for connection, which ultimately keeps them in reality with other people. Whereas previously, their inability to connect socially promoted isolation, which led to depression, anxiety, and stress, which ultimately led to them self-medicating and trying to alleviate that stress, which led to drug use, which further perpetuated this isolation, which further kept them sick. So we're really just taking the exact same mechanisms in the brain that have to do with the brain adapting to what's going on, but we're including the positive ingredients.